Hello friends. Welcome into the craft room with me. My name is Susan. This is Revive DIY and Upcycle Designs. I'm so glad to have you here. Come on in and join me. We are going to do some prep for a graduation party tomorrow. I'm going to share a brand new product that we're going to have available at the end of this month. So come on in. If you love letterboards, you're going to love this project today. So come on in and join me real quick in the craft room. I'm so glad you're here. All right, let's get started. For today's project, we are actually going to use some letterboard tiles. So this is a brand new product that Chalk Couture has not offered before. And we do have a very large letterboard. I have not purchased that one. It's pretty large from what I could tell on the pictures. All I purchased so far was a base. So this is what we're calling a chalkable chip base. This again will be available, this and the big letterboard that you would traditionally think of will be available at the end of June. As soon as it comes available, I'll let you guys know. And the coordinating transfer of letters and numbers and symbols and things like that. That will all be available at the end of this month. I purchased this because I could really see me using it right away. So, and in lots of different places. Now this is the, like I said, this is called a chalkable chip base. This will work with any of our chalkable chips. So even like these that I just was sharing with you guys, these, we could even put these on here. These would fit right in these grooves. But I have purchased this and I purchased these chalkable chips. These are white. We also will have it in, hey Deborah, thanks for joining me. We also will have it in black chalkboard. So these are reusable double-sided chalkboard tiles, basically, guys. So they're going to work on all of your chalkable, your bases. They're also going to work on that letterboard. So I have not gotten any of the black. I can't remember if I ordered black when I ordered the other day. I may have, but the cool thing about it is they're reusable. So this is a set of 12, and you can buy a set of 12 in white or black, and you can also get this. Now, if you buy the letterboard itself, it comes with 12, I believe, automatically. So you can always buy more because, you know, you might have larger phrases that you want to say on your letterboard. But I can't wait to go ahead and decorate with this. And today we are just going to do something very simple. I'm going to do class of 2023. So as you guys probably already know, if you've been following me, and if you're not, please like and follow. I would love for you guys to follow my page for DIY ideas. I am a Chalk Couture independent designer, so most of the time I share the products and projects using Chalk Couture supplies, but not always. Sometimes I just do projects just to share with you guys that have nothing to do with that, because I am a big lover of Dollar Tree and Dollar General and Ollie's and Big Lots and Target, Dollar Spot, and anywhere else that I can, or thrift stores where I can find cool pieces that I can do something with. Like I did with the teacher gift for yesterday that I shared earlier today, the apple. I just found that at a thrift store. It was a glass apple. Okay, that was just meant for me. So anyway, yes, what was I saying? Oh, and you know I'm live if you see a red circle around my profile picture. If not, you're catching me on the replay, and welcome to the replay. I love it when you guys interact, so just talk anytime. So this is the color that it comes. If you don't like this color, you can paint it, you can stain it. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but you can take a baby wipe and some acrylic paint or even chalk paint and go over something like this and make it, it's like a stain. And then you don't have to use real stain. So that's another option, just so you guys know. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to modify this. For today's purposes, we're not going to. That doesn't mean that I won't do it later. And these are so inexpensive, I could even have them in a couple different colors. So I think it's going to be super fun. Now, got to keep my little piece of cardboard because you guys know every crafter just, holds on to stuff. So as you can see, I am wearing a school shirt. This is the school, this is my son's high school that he's graduating from, and these are their colors. So I have chosen for our project today, hey Jackie, thanks for joining me again, Tide, which is very close to the teal that we have here. And I'm going to do shimmer shadow because I have to have a little shimmer almost always in every project I use. I know I didn't use any shimmer yesterday, but it's really only because I didn't have a shimmer. We don't have a lot of shimmer and ink, so that's the only reason why. But we're going to use shimmer shadow, and then I'll see if I need anything else. I might go with this gray color. I might go with my silver, shimmer silver. We'll see. But let me show you the transfer that goes along with this, okay? So we have two different types of transfers that are going to go along with our letterboards. One is called a farmhouse farmhouse font, I think is what it's called. Let's see what this one is. This one is called letterboard font, and I'm going to tell you why in case you didn't know, in case you can't guess, I chose it because of all the emojis. I'm an emoji gal. If you look at my page and you see a post for me, more than likely it's going to have at least one or two emojis. So I love emojis, and these little cute little added things I just think are super fun. So that's why I chose this font, but we also have one that's called the Farmhouse font that will be coming, that will be perfect size to go along with all these tiles. But guys, if you just want to have an alphabet in your stash, like when I was well, I'm still a scrapbooker. Hopefully one day I'll have time for both this and scrapbooking. But I've made cards and scrapbooking. I always have, you know, multiple types of alphabets available, like stamps or stickers, because you always want to have a variety, or I do anyway. So why not have a set of alphabet in your chalking as well, right? Because you can use this on any kind of sign you want, any kind of project you're doing. You can even use this on shirts. I mean, you guys know we can use any of our transfers for ink or etching or chalk paste, so why not? So anyway, this is the font that I chose, and like I said, we're going to just use class. We're going to do class of 2023, and I'm pretty sure I counted it out, and we should be fine. So what I'm going to do real quick is go ahead and cut out my letters, and I am going to only fuzz them very lightly because, you guys, these chalkable tiles, we're going to call them chalkable tiles. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. They are textured, like you can feel little tiny bits of bump on it, but it is reusable, so you don't have to worry about treating it. Some people do like to wax them. I'm not going to, but you may want to fuzz them. So if you're not going to wax them, then fuzz your transfer just a little bit. If you're going to wax it, you probably don't need to fuzz it. Does that make sense? I hope so. It sounds like it was clear as mud. This is how you fuzz, in case you're wondering, what in the world is she talking about fuzzing? It's just like making them a little less sticky. And like I said, I'm only going to do once because the way our chalkable shapes are and tiles, they don't need a lot of fuzz. All right, so now we're all set. All right, like I said, I'm going to use, I'm trying to decide if I want to do like every other one in a color, because that's kind of how I am, or whether I should do just the twinklies and like the black shimmer and all the rest of it in Tide. I might just do that. Because we've got the black, the white, and yeah, I think that's what I'll do, guys. And I'm just going to take one of my, so this is a mini squeegee. I'm just going to take one of my small ones that I've cut in half and use it, I think. I think that'll be a good size. So you really, like I said, you can use either side and you don't have to do anything to prepare them. Now, I do want to say, on these, just like with our other chalkboards that have like a board and base, whether it's the big one or the small ones, they do have this groove in there. So part of your transfer is gonna, part of your shape is kind of down in the groove. So keep that in mind when you go to place your letters, that you want to kind of, plan on using the top of the tile for placement. Okay. I don't want to put it all the way at the top, but I want to make sure that I don't. I may go ahead and place these on all that way we can just bam, 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 and I'll have them kind of where they need to be. So this is the first time I've played with these, so we'll be learning together about like what's the best thing to keep in mind, because I do want it to be in the middle. So in the middle and kind of near the top. So I'll show you once I get it placed where it looks good. I'll show you what I did. And then you guys can learn from that for yourself. These are cool because now you don't have to buy extra letters. You can just change it out as often as you want just by erasing the chalk. So do you see how much I have it at the top? And then I tried to get like the same amount. I didn't cut it exactly straight, so I'm hoping that's straight. I'm hoping it's straight. And obviously some of these letters I'm going to have to use twice. The S and the 2 I will have to use twice. So I apologize for having to look down, guys. Bear with me. I really did not cut this one well at all. So let's make sure I got it straight. And if it's not, you know what? Who's going to walk over there and say, oh, that is not straight, Susan? Hopefully nobody. Because I can say, Hit the road, Jack. We don't like it, right? I'm going to put this on here, and then I'm going to make sure that I have them fairly, because I want the letters to kind of line up when I'm putting them next to each other, you know? I don't want them to be too far off of each other. So there may be a trick. We don't know. We might find out that there's a trick to it that I didn't consider. We'll find out in a minute. That's too far. So let's just see how we're doing here now. Got the letters. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good right now. That L looks like it's down a little more than the other two. I might move it up just a tad. This is going to be the longest part of the whole project, you guys. And you know, if you think you're going to change it out a lot, maybe just pick one color that you think you're going to always use. And that way you only have to erase the ones that you, that is nowhere near straight. You only have to erase the ones that you need to change. And you can keep using the others. And teal is a color that I use in my home decor anyway, so I would probably use this over and over again. This and then the couture teal. The Tide and the couture teal, I would use those anyway because I do a lot of that color in my home. Too high. So I don't know if I can measure it. If you guys need me to measure it, I can measure it. About how much from the bottom? I ought to try doing one just lined up completely at the bottom and see what happens. See if that works fine. And then I'll need a second one of those. And let's get our O. Uh-oh. Let's see. Are the O and the 0 exactly the same? They are, so you should be fine. Looks like to me they're exactly the same. So you should be fine. I guess that's a good thing to know too. If you need more than one 0, you could use the O also. So it looks exactly the same to me. It's really hard when you don't cut it right to tell whether it's straight. I think that's okay. Okay, guys, I got quiet. Sorry, I've got thinking. Got 100 things going through my brain. And then hubby's like texting me. Oh, the Relo company wants this. Hello, thanks for joining me. The Relo company needs this. Oh, the realtor needs this. And I'm like, do you realize how much I got going on today? And guys, guess what? Our little buddy woke up early this morning before 7. It was like 6:45. And he didn't feel good. So he didn't go to his last day, his little half day, which was fine. No big deal, you know. But he's been throwing up. I'm like, no. This is not good timing. Hopefully it's just a little tiny short, you know, you don't start summer break and be sick. So hopefully it's just like a 24-hour bug. I hope. And my son's trying to keep him contained. So we don't want the graduates to get sick. And hopefully he'll be over it so he can go tomorrow. And he's trying to keep his room clean. Poor guy. He's like, why can't we? I said, exactly. I feel like that kind of stuff happens all the time to us. Can't just... I teased my grandson, though. I said, you know, you didn't have to pretend to be sick just to get out of going that half day. Because he really didn't want to go today. Which I'm sure whoever is there, they're not really doing much of anything. You know, they're just doing fun stuff. But he didn't want to go today. All right. So far, so good. Anyway, say a prayer for him, guys. I don't want anybody else to get sick. We could just get through tomorrow. And then I definitely don't want my son to get sick because he's supposed to travel when he's got to drive. He leaves Saturday, and I definitely don't want him getting sick and ruining his vacation he's been planning for months with his friends, already paid for himself, you know, so I'm really hoping. Luckily, he doesn't interact with them a whole lot. He was working yesterday, and then he had to get up. Do you know that, you guys, I mean, it's nice that they had, of course, I'm going to do 2 of those, and then see. Yeah, we just have 1 extra for my little stars, or twinkle stars in the middle. They had graduation practice this morning, and they had to be there at 7:45. Now, granted, they were going to feed them breakfast, but my son got up at 7. He's like, Mom, make sure I'm up by 7. So you know what that means? Mom's got to be up before 7. When I normally, with the other guy, with my other little guy going to school, I don't get up until about 7:15, 7:30. So he's like, Mom, make sure I'm up. So, of course, my alarm's set so I can make sure. He does good about getting up, but I just want to make sure. And he's been working every day since last Friday. Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, he's worked every day since then. And then, you know, this morning he had to be at graduation practice. This one I'm just going to kind of do in the middle because I don't think I have to worry about it being too, it's okay if it's a little bit down. So I'm not going to worry about it. That'll kind of give us an idea. If you line it up exactly what it looks like. I can always turn it over or wipe it off and redo it with this one. So on this one, I'm just going to actually put it the top of the transfer to the top of the tile, and we'll see how that turns out. And again, if I had cut it straight, it would be a lot better, but I did not. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, this is going to go bam. Let's go ahead and do this one. We'll do this one. So this is the only one I lined up exactly. See how it's on there? Obviously, I have a little bit of room, but I lined it up. I started at the top of the transfer from the top of the tile, and we're going to see how that one works. So this, I'm just going to grab my multi-purpose tool. But anyway, what I was saying is, so they had graduation practice this morning. Fine, fine, fine. And they were going to feed them breakfast, but they had them there so early. So early. It's just, you know, it's bad enough when it's a school year. Our high school goes to school. They have to start school at 7:05, you guys. Is that not ridiculous? I mean, you're going to take brand new drivers and you're going to take kids who have to, during the winter, they're driving in the dark to school. A lot of times it's weather, you know, and bad weather. It doesn't make sense. And you're going to have them there at that time when every study shows that teenagers don't perform well first thing in the morning. It's ridiculous. So yeah, he had to be there, and they had to be there until like noon or later to practice. How hard is it to line up and then walk in? I mean, really, it's not rocket science. If they're able to graduate high school, they ought to be able to line up and be able, I mean, you should go through that once, maybe twice, and then that's it. I mean, really, how hard is it? Look at that. Do you see the shimmer? Oh my gosh, I love that. That's going to be probably one of my favorite symbols right there. Now I'm going to set all my little transfers down on my mat over here. I have like a kitchen drying mat from the Dollar Tree, and I will spray water on them until it's done. I'm going to put this guy right in here right now. You guys, this is going to be so fun. I can't wait. Okay. And I'm going to work backwards because I can be that way sometimes. I'm a little, gotta be different. So let's just go. We're going to whip on through here. I'm telling you guys, this is not going to take a couple minutes. And I probably could get 2 of them at a time before I pull it off. Or let's shoot it. Let's shoot for 3. I'm going to live a little dangerously, y'all. See? And these are see-through so you can look. Oh, I will tell you this. I have been told this and I just did it wrong. I have been told this. You should, on our chalkable shapes, you should pull the transfer off slowly so you don't get bleeding. Oh, I still didn't. You might get a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of, but it's not going to take away from the overall design. And I am not going to wash my number 2. I am going to put it right on this other one. If I move fast enough, I should be fine. The trick is going to be placing it quickly. And then I usually use the back side of my squeegee to kind of press it down, since that's what you want to do. You want to make sure it's pressed down before you put your chalk on so that you get a good contact. So I usually use the back side that doesn't have the paste on it. So I got 2 out of that one, guys. All right, let me spray these other guys and we will move on. Do you see how fast this is? And then all you would do when you want to change it out is spray some water on it, let it sit for just a few minutes, and then just scrape it. Or even, you could probably even just take a board eraser or a paper towel and try and do it upside down and backwards. Board eraser and a paper towel to clean it off. So here we go so far. Oh, my O is upside down. Let's try that. I must have put it on there wrong. Oh, I did. Let's do it this way. There we go. Isn't that cool, you guys? Look at that so far. Now, I will tell you, with all the letters, you're probably going to have them hang off a little bit on the side if you're going to put this extra one in here like this. So, that's fine. Good to know. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, guys, I just had a thought. That's not going to all fit on here. If you were using all of these on your letterboard, you could do class of 2023. But we're not going to have room for all of that. Class of, there's no way on this. Let's see how many we can get on here. Let's see how many. I think I could do, let me see something. What if we did grad? R-A-D. I think we could do grad. We're not going to be able to do class. You guys, I should have checked that first. Y'all saw me. I just opened it when you came on. Y'all, I did not. You know me. I fly by the seat of my pants. That's all right. We're going to do grab. We're going to pivot, 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 pivot. We just learned. So if you want to do a larger saying, like a patriotic saying, or, that has a lot of words, or, yeah, none of these letters are going to work. So, or a class of 2023. Obviously, you're not going to have this in time because this won't even come out until the end of June. So you're not going to have it unless you have some kind of special graduation later. But if you're going to do something like that, guys, you're going to need the big letterboard. You're not going to be able to do it on this little strip. So keep that in mind. So that means I'm going to have to cut out a couple more, you guys. Oh, yeah. It's okay. It's okay. I love learning by mistakes with you guys. So you can learn from my mistakes and not make them yourself. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just excited to get it on here. So we'll just do grad 2023. Okay? That's what we're going to do. G-R-A-D. We'll have 2 extra tiles left over. So we just need to cut out the G, the R, and the D. And then I'll have to mark them. Okay, guys. Blonde moment. It's okay. It's okay. Everything is figure outable. You could put anything you wanted on here. I could have just put my son's name on here. But I kind of want this to be, it's for him. His girlfriend's also graduating from the same school. And then his buddy is graduating from another high school. His best friend. So, and then of course the grandson has kind of graduated from kindergarten. I didn't have this in time for my other son, or I would have had it out then. What else did I say? G, D, I need an R. Where's the R? Because they didn't have it out yet. They hadn't launched this yet or shown us this yet. Do you guys like this? Let me know if you like this so far. Also, guys, I think if I have enough time, I'm going to try to go in my VIP group later and today and actually do a screen share and show you the specials that they just offered this week. They started offering this week on 70% off, and the new chalk boxes that they're offering. And I want to go on in my VIP group and share over there exactly what it looks like and how you can get to them, in case you are interested. And if you are not a designer and you would like to be in my VIP group, I did put the link in the comments. I'd love to have you at any time. It's just my group where I can do a little bit more personal stuff with you guys. Okay. I'll mark these later. I'll be able to tell that it's a G, which is the front way when I go to wash it. I don't know why I thought, because I didn't think, I just did. I just did. You guys. That's okay. It's okay. I gotta give myself some grace. Are you guys good at doing that? I'm not good at doing that. Giving myself grace. I extend grace to others a lot quicker than I do myself. And as far as I know, none of us are perfect on this side of heaven, so it's not very smart. Oh, this R is almost fitting all the way on there. Let's see what that looks like. Huh, the R almost fits all the way on there, y'all. That's interesting. I don't know if I just cut it different. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Am I right about this being the longest part of the whole process? Just placing the letters. The transfer. Let's see. That looks about right. Okay. Yes. Okay, here we go. Let's rock and roll. I think I could get all 4 of them. Now you notice I'm putting the chalk paste on and then I'm squeegeeing off any extra, you guys. Okay. Pull it off slowly so you don't have the bleeding or feathering. It's really not bleeding, it's more like feathering. So there we go. And you can always go in with a little tool and clean up any, if it bothers you, a little bit of feathering that might happen. I don't think from a distance that you can really see it. It's not a big deal. If you wax, I don't know, that may make a difference because the wax will kind of fill in the grooves a little bit. It's not really grooves, but it's just a little bumpy. It's textured. There we go. All right, let me turn this around so I can read it. Oh, actually we have 3 left over. So, and see, it's easy because I can go ahead and put it on here even though it's not dry. But all of this will be dry. The twinkles are probably already dry. These might be. The chalk paste dries in about 5 minutes. This shimmers, it's about 7 or 8 maybe. But see, I can get all that on there. Look. And if you didn't want the sprinkle in the middle, look at that, you guys. Isn't that cute? That's gonna go on my coffee bar. I gotta go turn my coffee bar into a graduation for the next couple days anyway. What do you think, guys? I haven't done anything with it anyway. Since I took off my bees, I just haven't felt like what needed to be on there. So we'll put graduation stuff on there. Isn't that cute? All right, guys, that's the project I have for you today. If you have any questions about anything I used or any of the techniques I showed, please feel free to ask in comments or message me. That's why I'm here. I did not highlight this link to this surface, to the tiles, to the base, or to the transfer yet. because they're not available until the end of June. But I wanted to get you guys excited about it and kind of get you an idea of what you might need based on what kind of sayings do you do. Do you want to do patriotic? Do you want to do 4th of July? You're going to want a letterboard. And I need to look up the dimensions, but I swear it looked like it was at least this big, like this big. It's pretty big. And it has a way to hang it on the wall if you want to hang it on the wall. Anyway, thanks guys for letting me share this idea with you. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that heart button. Don't forget to sprinkle. Come back and see me again next time. I'm going to do my very best to do a video for you guys of the photography, of the focus on the good with the chalkable shapes so that you guys can check that out. And I'll probably share it tomorrow. But until I see you next time, be safe, be healthy, and be blessed. And I'll be back as soon as I can. I'm not sure what it's going to look like. Maybe Saturday. We'll see. All right, guys. Take care. See you next time.